All right, so the Titans cut center Lloyd Cushenberry, and I'm here to tell you this is not a very smart decision by the Tennessee Titans, but they do have their reasons, and we will get into that. First of all, where am I? I am in another position in my room right now because normally, as you guys know, for Titans fan reacts videos to Titans news, I would film them in my truck. Unfortunately, where my phone goes in my truck to record, there is now a monitor for a backup camera. So, unfortunately, I don't have space to record in my truck right now. I don't have a spot to set my phone. So, until I can get a stand or something else I can rig up, then we're going to be filming these videos from here from now on. So, hope you like it. Got the sun right here on my face. My face looks pretty. And my phone right now is being held. You guys are being held by two things: by an old stromatolite and a Jurassic period ammonite fossil. So keep that in mind as we make these videos in this spot. And also, I was able to whip out the microphone, so audio is going to sound better too. So with Lloyd Cushenberry getting cut, first of all, the reason why I don't like this move is because now you have another hole in the offensive line that was unnecessary to make. Lloyd Cushenberry doesn't save you a lot of money. I think it's $9 million in dead cap. You only save $3 million on the salary cap. So, I mean, you're not really moving the needle financially for any reasons. And also, you break the continuity with Cam Ward. When you talk about continuity with the quarterback, you know, a lot of people don't mention the offensive line, even though it's probably the most important thing you have to have continuity with. And it's just the reason why the Titans offensive line has had problems over the years is partially because they don't have continuity. I did research on this before recording this video. Do you guys know the last time the Titans had the same starting offensive lineman 2 years in a row? Do you guys know? Someone let me know in the comments, right? Before I tell you the answer, right? Let's be honest here. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that wasn't 3 seconds, but you know what? Time's up. It was 2016 and 2017. 2016 and 2017. A decade ago. It has been a decade since the Titans' starting 5 offensive linemen was the same going from 1 year to the next. And that was Taylor Lewan, Quinton Spain, Ben Jones, Josh Klein, and Jack Conklin. That's been a long time. It's been a very long time. And that wasn't even the best era of the Titans' offensive line, right? Which is kind of even crazier. But it's not necessary because now you have a hole at center, you have a hole at right guard, and J.C. Latham, he had a strong finish to last year, but by no means is J.C. Latham in the clear. It's not like J.C. Latham, we're fine with J.C. Latham, we're comfortable with J.C. Latham. If J.C. Latham can't step it up in 2026, he is not going to be the starting right tackle of the Titans in 2027. So there is a real universe, there's a real scenario where 2026, this center to the right side of the offensive line is terrible. Once again, we have to acknowledge that there is a scenario that's going to happen. And you think about the left side, you have Peter Skoronski, one of the best guards in the entire NFL, and then below average tackle and Dan Moore. I mean, what faith do I have that Carmen Bracillo is going to get the most out of this offensive line? I'm not saying I don't have faith in Carmen Bracillo, but a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Carmen Bracillo, he's a good offensive line coach. He's one of the best in the NFL. He is going to get the most out of this offensive line. Bill Callahan didn't. Bill Callahan, one of the greatest of all time, and he couldn't do anything to fix the Titans offensive line. So I'm going to hold my breath with this one. I'm going to be patient with that and saying Carmen Bracillo is going to be the savior to fix the Titans offensive line. I just don't see that. I'll believe it when I see it. But the other reason why Lloyd Cushenberry, it doesn't make sense for him to get cut, I think, actually, no, never mind. I think I already explained it. I already said my piece. But he will now explain why I think the Titans did do it. First of all, Lloyd Cushenberry failed a physical. He failed a physical. They didn't think he was healthy enough to go into the offseason program, and so they decided to cut him. And that's the big thing, is because he hasn't played a lot of football games. And that reminds me, now I just remembered why the third reason why I don't think cutting Lloyd Cushenberry was a good idea. It's because this is his second year off of his Achilles tear, and players notoriously play a lot better in year 2 after a second year removed from an Achilles injury compared to the first year where you're just coming back, you've rehabbed all offseason, you really haven't worked out and gotten to football shape. So now you have that additional offseason to get back in football shape, work on your craft, and now you're more back up to speed, like Kirk Cousins, for example, and look at Calvin Ridley, for example, right? But now, going back to why the Titans cut him, of course, like I said, he failed a physical. didn't go over well, apparently. And the other thing is, Lloyd Cushenberry hasn't played a lot of football games. And if you've noticed a common trend with all the free agents and all the draftees the Titans brought in last offseason, it's that they all are durable. They all play a ton of football games. They played a ton of football games in college, 12 games, 13 games, 11 games. And then in the NFL, they're free agents. They brought in 15, 16, 17 games, right? So the Titans want durability. They want durable football players. And if they think they have to maybe make a slight downgrade at center, but at the cost of getting 17 games out of your starting center, then I guess that's a cost that they're willing to take. Maybe they go out and sign Tyler Linderbaum at center in free agency, but he's apparently garnering $20 million right now for a center. I'm sorry, Tyler Linderbaum is good, but he ain't that good. That is absolutely ridiculous. To offer $20 million for Tyler Linderbaum for a starting center, that's insane. But maybe that's a trend that the Titans are going to go towards. I mean, this tells me one thing at least, that L'Jarius Sneed, he's already been getting cut. He's already gone, right? But this tells me as well that the Titans are also probably going to cut Calvin Ridley, because Calvin Ridley dealt with some injuries last year, and then this year only played 4 games and never came back. And more and more, that Rand Carthon free agency just looks worse and worse and worse. I mean, Lloyd Cushenberry, gone. L'Jarius Sneed, he's going to be cut. He's gone. He's already gone at this point. And then Calvin Ridley, those 3 guys, those are the 3 big moves they made that offseason. And guess what? All 3 of them absolutely flopped. All of them were absolutely horrible signings. Okay, well, maybe Cush wasn't horrible, but he was definitely not living up to his expectations, and he missed more games than he's played for the Tennessee Titans, which is why they ultimately cut him, and his physical did not pass. So, with that being said, that's all I got for you. Lloyd Cushenberry gets cut. Xavier Woods also got cut, but I think that was going to happen. He's a below-average starting safety in the NFL. I don't think there's anything of note to talk about with Xavier Woods. So, no disrespect to Xavier, but this is about Lloyd Cushenberry. Lloyd Cushenberry is a starter. This is more important. So, Lloyd Cushenberry getting cut. That's going to do it for me for this video. If you made it this far, please consider hitting the like button and subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one. Hope you guys enjoy the new setting for now until we figure something else out. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Tighten up.